You sound so enthusiastic.
Oh no, I was just looking around on my game, trying to figure out where to set up this next factory while I was waiting. But yeah, I'm good to go.
As am I.
We're basically good to go, except
We cleaned out the car
we
too
cleaned out our
thoroughly.
car too thoroughly, and our dice are not in the car. I have a strange request.
What's that?
To make a dice roll, can you roll for us tonight?
Who?
You,
Yes? Yes, I can roll your dice
Dungeon
for you.
Master.
Yes, I can roll your
Okay.
dice for you.
Thank
Okay, thank
you.
you. I know it's not a request, but yeah,
No,
we
that's
seem to
fine.
have cleared out the car too thoroughly.
Good job.
I know, right?
But the car got clean.
Oh, fuck off.
What?
Thank you.
Wrong music?
No, thanks.
Barbells.
You bet. Let's do it here. But remember, we had a video we were going to play first.
Yeah. I'm
Are we
just
going to
gonna...
do...
Okay. For all of you watching at home.
Hi there. My name is Diane Morrison, and I'm a science fiction and fantasy author. I'm looking for your help to publish my novel, A Few Good Elves. 3 years ago, you guys helped me publish Once Upon a Time in the Weird West, which is a collection of my Weird West and serial stories. And 2 years ago, you helped me to edit and publish Gunsmoke and Dragonfire, a fantasy western anthology. I figure we make a winning team. The Toy Soldier Saga is a fantasy space opera universe. It has all of the elements of space opera science fiction, but everything's done by magic. I don't think there's anything out there that is quite like it. And I really hope that you'll enjoy it and the extended universe that has been created around it.
I am Chris. I play Arian, the grizzled older ex-enlisted elf.
Remember, we've only got 30 days to make this happen. With your support, you can have some of the art that's been created for the books, you can have the stories, the ebook, a trade paperback copy, a hardcover copy, you might be able to get it signed. You could even get the entire collection of everything that I have previously published or been published in. Thanks in advance for your support, and thank you for listening.
Every time Dad sees it, she does the same thing.
Space goats.
Space goat! Bah!
Space goats are cool. That was invented by Rowan and Gareth, actually.
Yep.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Toy Soldiers Old School. This is episode 47. For the moment, it is titled Ready, Steady. That may change because we tend to go far afield of the original intended plot of the episode. I'm Diane Morrison. I'm known in the community as Sable Aradia. I am the creator of the Toy Soldiers Saga and the author of the book we were just advertising. We are running a Kickstarter right now. If you haven't checked it out yet, I urge you to check it out. This is the future of this game. The protagonist is the son of two of these characters, assuming that they don't murder each other before that time.
Well, more like she murder he.
Yeah, it's probably more accurate.
Yeah.
I am playing Captain Celine Wintermist. She has ended up in charge of this group of Mac ESOG Special Forces bug suit equipped elves. She's not sure how this happened. She was in the Navy and was aspiring to be a priestess of Arianrod, the goddess of the stars. She joined the Avalonian Imperial Navy to see the universe and maybe help out some people along the way. My and her pronouns are she or they.
Okay, G-Man.
I'm known as Gman99 on the internet, also known as Taz. I play Ardent Spellsword, a Megas Kensai who crafts a lot.
Sir crafts a lot. Yes, that's right. Rowan.
Pronouns?
Yeah, what pronoun?
Pronouns are he, him.
Okay, Rowan.
Hi, I'm Rowan. I play Von Vin Starsong. I apologize for lack of video this evening, but they stopped rolling over my internet, so now I gotta save on data. Anyways, Von Vin joined the Avalonian Imperial Navy to see the universe, meet fun and wonderful new creatures, and see new planets and worlds and plants, and fly on starseed ships, which are amazing. And her pronouns are she, her, and mine are the same.
Okay. Arian. Chris.
I am Chris, sweltering in the southwest. I play Arian. He's like the grizzled older guy in the group. Ex-enlisted, and sees it as his job to keep all the other
Youngsters.
younger, more noble raised elves alive. And our pronouns are he, him.
Okay, Brianna.
Hi, I'm Brianna, better known as Siobhan the Writer on Twitch and in Discords. I play Lilas Madrimlian, or as he prefers, just Madrimlian. He joined the Navy out of familial contract obligations. He is also wanting to start his own division of the Evelyn Imperial Navy for intelligence. And his pronouns are he, they, mine are she, her.
Okay, Gareth.
I think he forgot to unmute.
I think we have no Gareth.
Went away, didn't tell us. Moving on.
I'm moving on just because Blake. We'll come back to Gareth.
I am Blake. I play the part of Crowley. He is a feline-like race of my own creation. He is the ship's mascot and cook. Also, very close friends with Yasma Snowwind. He joined the Navy because she did, and he got himself into trouble, and well, that was the choice he was given, that or imprisonment. So freedom is better than freedom in servitude is better than, freedom in prison.
Pronouns?
Pronouns are he, him.
Okay.
And so are Crowley's.
And Dawn.
Hi, I'm Dawn. I play Yasma Snowwind. She joined the Navy on a whim, and it's been quite the roller coaster ride since. My best friend is Crowley. My man is Chris's character, Arian. And I was my pronouns are she, her.
Okay, great. Gareth. Gareth just informed us that his other half had him tasting dinner.
Ah, understandable.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I'm Gareth, also known as Garth Vader 121 on Twitch. I play the part of Lyric, a no-nonsense gunslinger in a android body now. And we go by he, him, and on with the game, I would say.
Good enough. I'm Aaron. Online, I'm known as Aaron Ree. That is spelled exactly as it sounds, R-I-G-H. Ree. And I'm the game master. I control the action. I help keep the flow of the game going. And I play the part of Ruavel Sunfall. Right? He is destined, if he survives, to be the protagonist of be the father of the protagonist of the story that we are advertising. Hello, Esong. Hello, Aegon. Esong made it for a
session. All right.
Hey, Song. Aaron, your pronouns?
Yes.
My pronouns are, I don't know, butt and head, but no.
And so are Ruavel's.
He and they.
Yeah.
He, they.
Yeah.
Both of us.
So, announcement. As of next week, we will be shifting gears.
Mm-hmm.
We are changing game masters.
Yes.
Yes.
Sable
I will be taking the
over as the game master. Nothing else is really going to change.
Yeah, it's something we'd planned for some time, and the game will continue, and we'll have an opportunity to see Ruavel distinguish himself, which will be important if the future of the novel unfolds.
Right.
So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to have a great time.
Don't worry, Esong. Sable is just as good as Aaron.
Yeah, Sable is a good GM too.
If not better in some aspects.
Some of them.
We both have our strengths and our weaknesses, so it will be a bit of a different style, right? So yeah. let's begin.
Shall we begin?
Intelligence log, supplemental.
Yes.
Right. I just had to stop and think about what happened the last time. Intelligence log supplemental. The ship has been nearly completely refit and loaded. We're still waiting on a couple things, aka our weaponry. We're about to go off and do a exercise to test the readiness of our crew, our ship, and demonstrate how the bug suits work for those crew members who have been fitted for them.
Mm-hmm.
So we have just, if I remember correctly, approached Captain Wintermist about utilizing her ship as a attack vessel on our ship for maneuvers.
Yeah, I do believe that's where we were.
Okay. Weird place to plug in.
It is a weird place to plug in. We were going to do an exercise with the crew in order to break them in. If you would prefer to skip through that because you had another plan and you would like to get things moving, I am fine with that.
Yeah, I don't think we need to roleplay through that. You guys show them the ropes. That's all. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, easiest is to assign a less qualified pilot to a more qualified pilot so that the more qualified pilot can watch over one person at a time.
Mm-hmm. And we assigned them partners as well for getting dressed up in the suits because I'm not done making the items yet for them.
I see that Dazzle Cat, our crew member, is having fun practicing acrobatic maneuvers in her bug suit. If we gave her one, I don't know, did we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Daz was the one who didn't fall in the hole.
No, but Daz is the one who has to be restrained and tied up every time officers show up. Officers show up.
Well, everybody knows all pilots and Marines are crazy. And when you're flying a bug suit, you are a pilot and a Marine.
That's true. It does so doubly crazy.
Triply, it's just salt.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. The sum is greater than the parts.
That's right.
Yeah, especially when, oh god, no. Gonna have to teach Daz how to use the breaching charges.
I don't think I trust Daz with the breaching charges.
No. Thank goodness.
Our interactive game involves NPCs played by the chat.
Yep. Chat PCs.
Yeah, chat PCs. I like that. That's a good term. That's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Okay, so we run them through some exercise.
I have to check this. Just give me a minute.
Sorry. Yeah, it's probably my mother.
Or his.
It's about the time of day she would call.
Hello?
And I don't blame her for not being able to keep track of what game
Hi, Becca. How you doing?
Night is anymore.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Prairie Fly. This is the Marine Commander. Dazzle Cat's in a flight.
It's okay.
I'm headed out to...
It's all right, honey. At least you phoned. You're the only one who did.
Immediately scrambled.
Scramble emergency rescue.
Crowley, let's go.
She's got a expression on her face.
And that's why my drummer went, Crowley, let's go. Because they're the two best ones for it, I believe.
Thanks for calling, hon. I really
which
appreciate
is that?
it. I can't talk long, though, because I'm in the middle of a game.
Oh,
yeah.
It's our game night.
It's not my mother. It's actually our daughter phoning her dad for Father's Day, which is nice. Yeah. Happy Father's Day out there to all the dads and the people who have had to act
Connor
as
a big hug
dads,
and say Happy Father's
they
Day
are
for
not
me.
Technically dads.
Okay.
It's the hardest job, one of the hardest jobs in the world. So
Bye.
Yep.
What's up?
And the ones who've been dads, even though they're not dads anymore.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
well,
hon.
yeah.
Oh, shit, she hung up.
Right. Also,
Can't hear
happy
you.
solstice to those of you who celebrate. I understand it turns at 8 o'clock.
Happy solstice.
Hey, solstice.
Yeah.
Happy
Already?
solstice, everybody.
Oh,
I have to thank our friend Dinosaur Bob for reminding me of this because I'm a bad witch and I lost track completely. I was like, oh yeah, right. I haven't been able to get together with anybody, so I kind of lost track. So,
Hey guys, I'm sorry. I have to call her back. I forgot to ask her something.
oh right, yeah,
You
okay.
okay?
One moment. Yep.
No, but I mean, it's only one of the 8 that you've got to remember, Sable. Don't beat yourself up too much.
I'm completely out of whack for all of the Sabbats. I'm just like, I'm lucky if I can remember what day of the week it is, and the only reason why I can is because I stream. Oh, what stream am I doing? Oh, it's
Hello,
the game
sorry
stream
to
today.
bug you.
Okay.
I have to call you back and talk to you.
Well, Sable,
Yes.
it also doesn't help that
Yeah.
Beltane. It's way too close to solstice for us.
No. I needed to ask you something.
Yeah, Beltane is
What are the
actually
boys
rather cold here.
and Lizzie into?
See, I figure we should be celebrating the Canadian Sabbats. Have I ever gone through this before? I may
Unicorns
have.
and
but
fairies. Okay,
See-
that we can do.
You've not heard this. Well,
And
okay.
mermaids,
See, we actually
okay?
have holidays that kind of roughly correspond to Sabbats. It's just that they tend to be later in the year when they're warmer
Yeah,
holidays,
I hear you.
and
He's at that
earlier
age.
when they're cold ones, right? So it makes more
Dirt bikes
sense,
and
right?
monster
Like
trucks,
Imbolc would still
okay?
be Groundhog Day, which I mean that's just sensible, right?
Mhm.
And then Ostara is Easter. Beltane is Victoria Day long weekend, which is the third
Naruto and
weekend in
ninja
May
stuff.
because
Okay.
that is when it is actually
Okay.
cold enough to go and have
All right.
sex outside. You
Okay,
see,
we need to know
or
because
warm
we
enough
missed
for
a
that.
couple
Warm
of
enough.
Don't you
birthdays.
mean warm
Christmas,
enough?
at
I mean
least.
warm
Yes.
enough. That is when. Before
Right.
that, it is too cold for
Agree.
that shit. That,
Witchy stuff and
that does
drugs,
not
yes.
work, right?
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
the solstice is Canada
Love
Day,
you too.
July 1st, which
Okay, bye-bye.
not too far off. We have a long weekend holiday in August that varies by province, and that falls on Lammas, so that works out nicely. The only one that doesn't work out
Yes.
perfectly
And
is
Talia is into
Mabon,
witchy shit.
because you're like, okay, should we celebrate it on
Talia
Labor
is,
Day,
my
which is the
niece.
first weekend of
It's,
September,
She lives with them.
or should
She's
we
like,
celebrate it on like
Witchy shit.
Canadian
Yeah,
Thanksgiving, which is like
Nice.
way in the middle of October?
No.
It's hard to say. The feel of the holiday is more suitable to Thanksgiving, but I tend to lean towards Labor Day myself, right? And then after that, things line up. Halloween is Samhain, Christmas is Yule.
Oh, hey, sorry about that, folks.
Well, I do really know the Noctis are up here, just due to hours of sunshine.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes a
I forgot
difference.
to mute my mic on this end so that everybody heard pretty much all of that conversation.
We actually did not.
Oh, we
they
did.
didn't hear a word.
They did in the chat.
Yeah. They might have heard it on stream, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sorry, stream. I didn't mean for you guys to all hear that. That was a mistake.
You were making plans for Canada Day, obviously.
Yeah, I had to find out what the boys were into.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. You don't need to hear my private life.
Well, I was yapping away about the Sabbats at the same time, and the Canadian Sabbats, so. All right, so yes, we're back. We do our exercises, we break in the crew.
Yes.
Hopefully Daz does not manage to kill herself.
Not too badly.
And everybody is waiting for the wings of war.
Here's
Yes.
the problem, Daz.
Whee!
Uh,
I wasn't in your brain. I've been studying you. I see that glint in your eye. I know what you're up to.
Yeah, I'm not in your brain. I'm just messing with it. Anyway, so you guys put them through their paces, get everything ready. The weapons show up for your ship finally.
Yay.
Stuff.
Yay.
Right.
Load them up.
Yep.
First, do they pass my inspection?
The weapons, yes. Yes. 2 of them are brand new, except for they've been test fired.
Oh, they actually bothered to test fire them.
Oh, yeah.
All right. They take us pretty seriously. Excellent.
Well, I think when it comes to getting the equipment, a certain person's identification kind of settle that.
Cadbury may have.
Yeah.
It just might have.
Weren't we supposed to find a bunch of gnomes on our shakedown cruise? Stowed away in our hold?
Yeah. Sparkles.
No, I think it's when we actually ship out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also,
So we
Bob
can't
isn't
take them
here,
back.
so
Yep.
He's not here, so when he gets here.
Yeah. All right.
Bob may not be coming today. I understand he had family coming over for Father's Day. So.
Yeah.
Bob?
Not sure if Sparkles will be here or not because he's just about to get off work.
Bob has family today, you said?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the kids and the grandkids came over, so.
Bob.
He's busy.
All right, my Dremlin's going to go to the bosun.
Okay.
And relay that Daz needs to make sure that her bug suit is polished and in proper working order since she was goofing off too much.
We have ways to keep people from goofing off, sir.
Nah, she was goofing off in the exercises.
Mm-hmm.
So, right.
Military discipline, sir.
All right. See to it, bosun. Thank you.
Daz's commentary in the chat is legendary. What? Oh, come on. I fly great.
Yeah. That's a soft party in the making. Yes. Code red.
Oh, ouch.
Yup.
Yeah, he won't order a code red. He'll just order all the troops to hard labor and explain to them why they're doing it. Because Daz was fucking around.
Yep.
So because Daz was fucking around, all you little fuckers have to do this. We're going to have them jogging up and down the deck in their suits.
Yep.
Until they fall over. Constantly reminding them that if Daz hadn't been a fuck up, they wouldn't be.
Yeah, this is how the military
how
works.
military
Yep.
works, Daz. Welcome. Oh, you were in the Air Force, weren't you? And then they beat Daz with
Yes, I know.
socks full of soap.
And soap.
Yep.
I'm certain that this is Daz getting out her frustrations for her experience in the military, the stuff that she didn't do there. Oh, reminder, we have 3 rerolls loaded. Esong has 1. Siobhan has 1.
I know,
and
Warlock. Does the Air Force even really count? I know.
Ooh, shots fired!
Well, we can ask Zog.
I've already said that to him.
Yeah. And yes,
Anyway.
Madrimlian has went out and got himself a new shirt.
Okay. Yes, right.
Pirate shirt.
You got a delayed promotion for telling an officer how dim he was.
I believe it, Daz. I believe it. I'll just say you'll like Shondar and I'll leave it alone. My protagonist. You'll like him.
Yep.
You'll get him.
I would laugh if Daz is one of the Marines on Shondar's ship.
Well, hey, you never know. Stuff like this may inspire stories in the future, and, Dazzle Cat is far too interesting to ignore. Just saying. Right there on the tarmac. Good for you. My grandma's afraid to fly, and she could land on an Air Force runway. Well, to be fair, they actually budget for runways in the Air Force.
Yeah, they don't budget for runways in the Navy.
No.
No.
Well, technically they do on aircraft carriers.
No, they don't.
No, you know how small
you get
those are?
exactly as much runway as you need.
Yep, because the ship is already a damn floating city.
Yeah, and not an inch more.
Yep.
Speaking of which, we get our weapons unloaded and onboarded, and we test them anyway.
Yep.
Celine will use the tradition of good officers everywhere. She will buy extra ammunition.
Good for her.
She will do it out of her own money, and we will use it for exercises that are, not a matter of saving the ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
See, the Americans don't know this, of course, but in the Royal Navy, you had exactly as much ammunition as they thought you required. There wasn't like an endless supply. I don't know. I don't know if it actually is an endless supply. It's just, knowing how well funded the American military is, you're like, they must have an endless supply of ammunition. So it wasn't uncommon for good officers to spend their own money on ammunition so that there could be extra artillery exercise, which we are doing.
That was pure gibberish. Good job.
What was
I understood.
I understood it too, but it is pure gibberish.
Yeah.
The American military, we actually budget for practice rounds. We have practice torpedoes and practice missiles that don't blow up.
Yep.
Excellent. Yes. There's a reason the landing is all about catching the cable with the tail hook. Okay, I had to read that out loud to understand that.
Like I said.
Yep.
Yeah, it
All right.
could actually go to useful stuff, Aegon. You're absolutely right. We'll throw billions into these fucking planes that.
Okay,
suck.
after our recent purchases for our military, we have no right to say anything about planes. But anyway.
Nonsense. We always have the right to complain about planes since they made us cancel our Arrow.
program. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That gives us the ongoing right to complain about planes.
Absolutely.
Because they
Touche.
basically stole the design for the F-150s, if I recall,
Yeah.
or the engines at least are the same.
Well, at any rate, what we're doing is throwing Celine's personal gold into paying for extra ammunition and
Mm-hmm.
extra, you know, repair equipment and supplies for the artillery. I assume we're getting the standard catapults and ballista. We're
Yep.
not getting gnomish fire, you know, blunderbusses at the moment, are we?
Nope.
Okay.
But Madrimlian is paying for gunpowder.
Yeah, we're gonna need that for our charges, our breach charges.
Mhm.
Well, actually, what you're paying for
Enlisted
is
are still
sulfur,
responsible for
saltpeter,
their own
and
uniforms.
charcoal.
Yeah,
Yep.
isn't it nitro? Isn't it a nitroglycerin bomb
No, it's
No.
basically gunpowder. Just
that we?
Dad, you gotta buy your own uniform.
Do you know what? Celine actually will be nice. That makes sense. She will purchase a uniform for our standard, you know, like a spare uniform for everybody.
okay.
She will do that. Yeah. And she won't say a word about it. She'll say just because it's always nice to have an extra uniform around. And of course, what she's thinking is she's aware that some of our crew are like dirt fucking poor.
Yep.
And she is not. But if she buys it just for the poor crew, that would
looks
look
like
too much
favoritism.
like charity. It would look too much like charity and it would hurt their pride. She will not do that. She will buy it for everybody.
Everybody gets a new uniform.
Yes.
It's not just a
Nope.
job, Daz. It's 5 silver a day.
Pay rate's actually pretty good in the Navy, guys.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
here.
Also, is there a place that Arian can have what are in effect fatigues run up for the Marines?
Yeah. You can get a type of clothing which is basically a heavy war boot, canvas sort of pants with heavy pockets in it, and you know, heavy duty shirts with pockets in them, and a webbing.
I think
Yeah.
you'll do that. Just let me know how much it costs.
It's custom made, so
Should've-
probably about 20 gold a piece.
And how many Marines do we have on board technically?
Currently, you've got
I thought it was 20.
20. Yes.
Oh god, that means I'm gonna have to make another 10 of those things. God,
Not yet. We only commissioned 10 bug suits.
I know.
So 400 plus. There's how many of us now?
That includes you.
11.
That includes you.
That includes us. Okay.
Yes.
Oh well.
You got sailors on the ship too, but we don't care
Yeah,
about
I'm just
that.
looking for like a combat uniform.
Yeah, for
So
the
they don't
Marines.
thrash
Yeah.
so they don't thrash their dress uniforms.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got the
Strangely,
idea of a
in
combat
the-
uniform, sure.
In the Marines of the time, people actually did put on their like nice coats and their white pants and shit to go like shoot at each other.
Yeah.
Yes, but Arian is an ex-enlisted, quite practical Nunahi who doesn't have all those Alpha ideas shoved up his rear end.
Well, apparently he's half Alpar, I guess.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
He does
Well,
know
he
that,
does.
but he
I
doesn't
do.
give a shit.
I
He
do,
does.
but I wasn't raised that way.
That's like saying you're half black. It doesn't happen.
Nature versus nurture there.
Yeah.
You
Well, honestly, nobody's like, by nature, the way they are, stuck
Yeah.
up or whatever. That's just the way they're raised. But
yeah.
Yeah, so Dazzle Cat is sneaking off the ship again. Oh yes, that reminds me. Budget some extra money from our ship fund for food as well,
Yep.
so that we can get better food.
Yeah.
Well, not just that. We know that once we go through a wormhole, we're gonna have to have a feast anyway.
Mm,
Oh yeah,
Only on the fresh goods.
yep.
Yeah, well, the thing is, because we have all those
newbies.
greenbacks.
Oh yes, yes, that's true. As soon as we go through a wormhole, we have a crossing the stars. Make sure we have all the stuff for the crossing the stars ceremony. We're gonna need that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I guess we're gonna have to, like, in secret, make up all the material or purchase it from somewhere.
Hmm. There are places you can purchase that sort of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we could probably go to the.
Estevan will give you a black robe.
Brilliant. Thank you, she says.
And
I appreciate
and
that,
a
big brother.
scythe.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
yes.
she says.
Thank you, says Von. That's
No
awesome.
problem.
Oh,
This will be
Yeah,
the coolest old man of the void ever, she says.
Madrim will be the one to go pick it up. He'll walk back in, no one will pay any attention to him.
Well, that's true, because he has that ability. That would be handy.
Yep.
Good, he can load all the shit in the hold where nobody can find it either.
Armory. Only person that's allowed in the armory is the bosun, who's not an officer.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, and he's had his, he's a shellback, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so that works out. We'll hand that off to, that was Evolith Oleander, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep, so
Yes,
we'll hand
it
that off to
was.
him. Make sure that that's stored properly, Bosun, she says with a smile.
Avalana. Yeah, so you guys load up everything you guys need, and then you head out.
Mm-hmm.
Do we? Were we given orders to head out?
We're going to check out that point where they are supposedly amassing hidden forces.
Right. Are we supposed to be attacking them before the declaration of war is made?
Not officially.
AKA the war.
I do believe that it was sort of like judge the situation according to your discretion.
More or less.
And I believe.
Right.
Yep.
I believe what's
and
going to
welcome
happen
to
is the war deck is probably going to happen while we're traveling. They
What was
want
that,
us to
Arian?
get moving before they do it.
Arian just leans over to Celine and says, "Ma'am, welcome to Black Ops."
Duly noted. We'll have to consider discretion on this then, which means there could be a bigger body count than I was hoping, she says.
It does get dangerous, ma'am. May I suggest that we have the bug suits of the other squad sweeping ahead?
Good thinking,
It's
she
good training
says.
for them, and they can scout for us without necessarily bringing our ship into direct view.
Good point, she says. All right, second squad, you are on scouting duty. Suit up, head out.
Avalana.
All right, Lorik, let's get down and start working on our project.
Pardon me.
Ma'am?
Sorry? She was studying Dazzle Cat, who was fucking with one of the weapons.
Oh, Midrum just mentioned to Lorik that it was time for us to go take care of our project. And then went, ma'am?
Yep, she nods. You know, you're dismissed. Yeah, that's the nod.
Yep.
Yep.
And head off to the room that we have designated our alchemy lab.
Mm-hmm. Second squad begins scouting ahead. All right. Yeah.
That's you, Daz.
I would probably set up a rotation where it's a couple of them out just flying ahead of the ship to
Yep.
be running point, basically, and keep it rotating through. That way, our main strike squad can stay concentrated and ready when we find them.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. You guys head out. It takes you. Well, you didn't start scouting immediately, just when you got to the area you were supposed to be in. Obviously.
Correct.
Yeah, we're trying to fast forward some time. We do hold up
Yeah.
in a couple of places once or twice to practice some artillery. Places where, there's relatively little space traffic, so we're not likely to create an issue.
Right. Okay. I missed that. Go. Give it to me again. That was.
We do stop occasionally along the way to do some artillery practice. We'll throw out some barrels and fire at them.
Right. Okay.
Using the extra ammunition, we'll do that in areas where there's not a lot of space traffic, so we're not creating obstacles.
Okay.
How are they at their shots?
Reasonable, able. Nothing special about them.
Okay. We'll have to keep practicing then.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to send us some bloody Black Ops, we better get good at this. Not the ale.
Nope.
Empty barrels.
Barrel of rum. They shot it out there.
From me rum, me jolly, jolly rum.
Yep. And as soon as as soon as the practice is done, we send out the bug suit squad to go collect up the ammo.
Yeah. Were you saying something there, Blake?
Yeah, Crowley was just gonna say something to the crew manning the weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this matters, but in space we travel on the air. Knowing which direction they're traveling might help you hone your shots better.
Right.
Yeah, that's part of what they need to learn, she says. Gauging the air.
Yeah, so they do get better. Won't deny that. Right, with the advice from people with more experience than them. And
She puts a hand on Crowley's shoulder after that, by the way, and says, "But that's right thinking." She says, "And that's thinking like a pilot." "I approve," she says.
Yeah.
Thank you, Captain.
Grins at him.
Some of her mates, I'm sure, are tempted considering the punishment she earned them recently.
Actually, Madrimlian thinks when Daz yells at Bags, you know what? That's a good idea. We should actually practice dodging shots at us.
No. Under no circumstances are we doing that, she says. This is catapult ammo, she says. If it hits somebody, we're down as a Marine.
I was thinking melons.
If you fire a melon out of a catapult, it still hits you with all the force of the catapult, she says.
true, and it's
Not
flash
to-
frozen. Never mind.
Not to mention, yeah, it'll be a frozen ball of ice that's hitting something.
Yeah, fucking
Dremelian, did you not study physics?
frozen ball of melon. Just
the
fucking
fuck?
boom. Guy goes flying into the void.
I study
Oh, God.
politics, not physics.
You're gonna, make me laugh out of my chair like Moonflower did with coffee the other day.
Yeah. Barbarossa says, you were taught the Airts, fought in it, bled in it. They did not know the true power of the Airts till they were already men. Except these are elves. But that's good.
Oh, look! We just found a stowaway.
It's like a Star Trek intro.
Oh, yeah, Barbarossa's here. That's true. That's one of the stowaways, right?
Yep,
So let's do
Barbarossa's
it.
one of our stowaways.
Who finds our stowaway?
Probably Blake. Probably
Crowley.
Crowley and
Crowley.
Raja.
Hunting rats. Yeah.
Hunting rats. Find a stowaway.
Getting dinner, shall we say. Getting a snack.
Oh, what is it? And who might
Bilge
it be? You don't seem like you belong here. You should probably come with us. And we'll take him to the captain.
Barbarossa's response, how do you know I'm a stowaway? You could have easily been the stowaways on my ship. Now
Raja licks his chops.
And now Dazzlecat is building a mini catapult from the barrel scraps. Okay.
That's actually not bad.
Quite possible. Keep this up, Daz, and I might, put you on a screen. So, these stowaways are hauled up. What's this? Says the captain?
He says, Barbarossa Sparklebeard, Master Deceiver.
Apparently, she says, since you were not invited. She says, why are you here?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Well, you must have stowed away aboard the ship for a reason, she says.
See, that was your line, Brianna.
What?
Madrimlian's line.
Well, come on. Speak up. Don't have all day.
He's hoping to make a few quick bucks. Said he was hoping to make a few quick bucks.
By stowing away aboard a marine ship.
Didn't say he was bright, says Ruhel.
Well, you're in the Marines now, she says, because we're not about to turn around.
By selling some surplus before you took off.
The galley could use a new pot washer.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear what he just said, because that would involve stealing from the Navy in a time of war, or the Marines. And what's the penalty for that? She says look it over at either Oleander or Arian, whoever's handy. And hello, Travis. Thank you for the raid. Welcome. Welcome to the cool cats from the tavern.
Oh, I came from the tavern.
So did I.
Raiding my channel twice. Two-timing us here. And Esong assures us she's back for real this time.
Okay.
Just a reminder, Esong, you have a reroll loaded.
It's a pub crawl.
Yeah, so she looks to the bows in there, Oleander or Arian, whichever one's closer, and says, "And what's the penalty for that?"
40 lashes, ma'am.
That's what I thought, she says. Gives Barbarossa Sparkles a really stern look, which isn't that convincing because she's kind of cute.
You caught that, right, Aaron? Esong is plotting against with you.
Esong's plotting with me?
To reroll when you need it the most, do the most damage to us players.
Okay.
Good, glad to hear. Yeah, so, sorry.
Esong's a game master, you see, so she understands.
Yes. So, our stowaway gnome says.
He says, "Did I say sell surplus? I meant I was going to join the Marines and serve my country."
That's what I thought you said, she says. Welcome aboard. What can we do to modify a uniform for this new Marine, she says.
Crowley says, I probably got one that'll fit.
Perfect, she says. Thank you, Crowley. I appreciate that.
Or Lorik might.
And I could also use a new pot washer, he says.
I think that sounds like a great idea. You should definitely put him to work as you see fit, she says. Private, welcome aboard. You'll be answering to Ensign Crowley. He is in charge of the galley.
What'd you say your name was?
Crowley?
No.
Oh.
That was
Our
Ruavel.
new recruit here.
Oh my god.
Yep, Madrumia will produce the paperwork and get him to sign it.
Yep, sign your soul away.
Swear his oath.
5, it's not just a job, it's 5 silver a day.
Yep.
He says, "Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor, ma'am. I don't like lashes, ma'am." No. I imagine you don't, she says. Yep, so he's put to work pot washing, it sounds like.
Yep.
The king of the dish pit.
No, he's the knave of the dish pit.
What's that? Did I hear Dazzlecat tell me that she did not sign the papers? See that she gets a copy of the paperwork. We must,
Ma'am?
Yes.
I have hers here.
Oh, she did sign it. Oh, no, you've got it handy. Excellent. She kind of folds her arms and waits.
Yep. Evolve grabs her. Drags her up before the captain.
We'll need your signature right there, Marine, she says.
What happened?
I don't know.
Esong. Looks like another stowaway.
Well, it's either that or you have to leave, says Ravel. And since we're in space,
and we're not turning around,
and you're not taking your suit, leaving is a little bit
cold.
Problematic.
Yeah.
If I recall, Esom's actually part of the crew.
Yep.
Can't have any civilians on board a marine ship.
Sorry.
Especially not for this, she says.
There you go.
Yep, and I will notarize it as a witness.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Glad
Okay.
we got that little detail taken care of. In the meantime, Alessander's down in the garden saying, Gus, in the future, please tell us if there's anyone aboard that
Oh,
isn't one of us.
all right. There's somebody in one of the storage barrels.
There's somebody in the storage bin. Marvelous, he says. He'll go haul the person out for the storage bin. I do believe we have another one
Eson's
coming.
actually part of the crew, though, which is weird.
Oh, is she? Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, okay.
She was hiding in a storage barrel.
She's probably trying to get out of work.
What was she named herself too, actually. Just a second.
Yeah, she
It
should have.
was, I think, Elaine Songbird.
Elaine
I think-
Songbird,
Yep.
yeah.
I think that's what she called herself, yes. Elaine Songbird.
Lorraine, yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
I don't think Alessander's that gullible.
Yeah, so she says, I promise I was not tricking from my duties, sir. I just wanted to be part of the fun, part of the crew, part of the action. I was searching for mice. All clear. I'll
Carry
carry
on.
on. I think Barbarossa decided to be a gnome. Am I correct about that?
He was a
Yes.
gnome.
Yes.
A
I
gnome.
will double check that.
He's
Because
a
it's
gnome.
all in the naming crew here.
Mhm.
Yeah, the naming
Document.
document. Well, actually, what this is the channel points reward queue that I don't clear until I've actually written up an article about it.
Mhm.
And that
Of
way
course,
I
there's
can.
no mice, says Crowley.
Yeah, there's mice. We believe that. Not like Raja let there be mice on a ship.
The only ones we allow, we keep in a pen because we eat them.
Yep. They're snacking mice.
It's a great way to get rid of the table scraps and keep munchies around for me and Raja.
Barbusa Sparklebeard. That is his name.
Barbusa Sparklebeard.
And he
Yep.
is a gnome. Yes.
Barbusa.
Yep, sounds reasonable to Von Vin, because that would be in the ship's grove purview. They just feed the scraps to the mice.
Back to work.
Still makes fertilizer.
Songbird.
Mhm.
Up on deck. Find a rope to pull, he says. Celine is seriously considering chucking a bunch of these crew off the boat.
I just pitch one off the side, says Ravel to her.
Tempting, she says.
You see, Arian has been working on how to rig a painter's chair to one of the catapults.
We're gonna lob them into space.
Oh, that looks fun, Arian. I'll have to test it out for you.
The truth is, if they keep up these antics, they're going to get us all killed, she says.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Perhaps
so
it would
Gather
be helpful,
Scouts-
ma'am, if you read them our current deployment.
We are en route now.
That's true. I suppose I can officially or open my orders. Looks at Arian, you were going to say, Lieutenant?
I was asking if we had any scouting reports back yet, ma'am.
Do we?
Couple
Oh,
that haven't
nasty
seen
then.
anything yet. You're in the vicinity.
Nothing yet, she says. We have the reports, but they haven't seen them. In which case, it's getting pretty bright around here because we're
Yes,
approaching the
you're
brown dwarf.
approaching a brown dwarf.
Yep.
Mm.
All right, all hands to stations.
Yeah, the bows and whistles, and they beat to quarters.
I see my thingy is crooked again. Clearly, it's not a halo. And if it were, it would be appropriate. Anyway.
Yep.
Oh, you're sweet and innocent. I know that.
That's right, I'm sweet and innocent. Just like Rowan, she's sweet and innocent.
That's right.
Yeah, this is me rolling my eyes at both of you. If anyone's gonna be sweet and innocent, it's me. As you roll your eyes at me.
Oh no,
Bug
we
suit
know you're
on,
sweet and
yes.
innocent too.
What's that?
Bug suit on for stations, yes.
Yes.
Because you're supposed to be at your ready stations.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you're ready to fight.
Yep.
The very bottom of the modern Apollonian Marine. Sweet and innocent. I thought about filking that, but everybody has. I am the very modern
Model of a modern Navy general, or not
Yeah.
a Navy admiral.
Yeah, I have thought about filking it. Everybody has done it, though. I don't know. I don't think I can add any value.
Not besides adding some extra filk for people to the Toy Soldiers universe, of course.
Maybe I will. It might be fun.
Okay.
And if you do it right, you can use it for conduit. But
Okay,
yep.
so everyone to stations?
Everyone's at stations. Evolith calls
Yep.
out to the captain. Captain, all hands at stations.
Very well. She says, welcome to the Void Chaser. If you are new here, apparently we have had a couple of stowaways, but they have wisely decided to join the Marine Corps so that they will not be sent home. She says, since we're now underway, I can read my orders, she says. She opens up the envelope and reads it.
Yep. To the crew of the Void Chaser. Alright. You are to proceed to, and it gives a set of coordinates, where you are to scout, you are to scout out and report back any findings that you find there. Alright. I can't think of how this would be put, but basically it tells you that use your discretion as to whether or not you cause damage to the enemy. Alright.
Yeah, it'll start with something like you are requested and required to proceed to
Yes.
such and such coordinates.
Yep.
Whereupon, because this is Victorian style orders, sorry, you shall observe the enemy, report back your findings, and if you feel it is appropriate, engage in acts of sabotage. Yeah.
Yes.
She says, I will remind you, war has not yet been declared. What that means is that this is a black operation, she says. If we are caught,
So if we fuck it,
it is likely that the Navy will hang us out to dry, claim that we have acted on our own accord. And if they do so, she says, I will affirm that.
As will all officers aboard.
Yep.
She says, so this is very serious, people. I don't mind if you have a little fun, she says, and it is important to be able to break tension. This is a marine ship, after all. She says, but there is a time for that, and there is a time when that is absolutely inappropriate, and if you do it, you will get us killed, and I assure you, she says, if I think that's going to happen, I will pitch you over the side first myself. Now, she says, we'll have the articles of war read, even though we are not yet officially at war.
Mm-hmm.
She says, and then we will proceed with an artillery exercise. Seems appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, if I may have the second squad for training purposes after that, so they can understand our breaching charges.
You may. Good idea, she says. These are explosives. If you do not listen and follow the instructions as to how they are used, you are going to get hurt, and badly. Please listen. Thank you.
Yep.
As Marine Commander aboard, I will remind every Marine here that your bug suit is worth more than you are.
Yes.
That's
If
true.
you die, we will recover your bug suit.
Yeah, you are optional.
Dazzlecat
is
double checks bug
secondary
suit
to
to
the suit.
What's that?
Dazzlecat double checks bug suit to make sure no one put a target on it.
What did you say there, Blake?
Body is secondary to suit.
Yes. Okay. So you proceed with an artillery exercise, and then you proceed into the orbit of the sun.
Yes.
Right? There are planetary masses around it. Right? Most of them cannot sustain life. It's high to radioactive. Right? Nothing has a Van Allen belt on it or anything, so basically the surfaces of these planets are like boiling hot. Right? Burnt off most of their atmosphere and stuff like that.
Right. So basically, there's a bunch of jagged, hot rocks
floating around in space around this sun. Yes.
Okay, that's excellent. We're going to approach from the bright side. Well, it's all bright, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to. Yeah, this is ugly. They could be hiding behind any rock,
Mm-hmm.
and we could like come around one of these and be in the middle of a fleet.
Yeah, that's why you're sending
Captain?
out the guys ahead of you.
I have a suggestion.
Ma'am,
Go ahead.
If we approach in the shadow of one of the larger rocks and then use a bug suit and brigade to go maybe scout around the edge of the rock, we're not exposing the
It's Diane's mom.
that makes a lot of.
Sorry, just a moment. I'm waiting for the game master.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. She says shadows maybe, but dark is more advantageous to Fomorians than it is to elves or gnomes, she says.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am,
Go ahead.
I think he may actually be onto something.
Okay.
If we can find one of these rocks that has a significant shadow zone, we could literally park the ship in it and use the bug suits, which are much less visible, to do all our scouting and any potential strikes. Use the ship as a base point, basically.
Okay, she says. All right. She nods to Crowley. All right, gentlemen, make it so. She says, let's get that happening. Send some people to. She sends some people to scout around looking for a suitable rock and shadow.
Yeah,
How much time has passed?
2 weeks.
Because two
Just a
weeks.
second,
Okay,
guys.
then
I gotta.
the headband of intellect would be done, and I think Garrus plus 2 guns would be done as well.
Nice.
Yes.
I'll put that on my sheet. Thank you.
Basically, all the extra stuff is done now. I'm working on the 72-day project.
The 72-day project, yes.
Yep. And while we're waiting for someone to get back, Madriman will do a couple sessions of explanations. Like he'll pull out one and say, "This is a breaching charge. I am not going to set it. But this is how you set it. You have exactly 5 seconds to get out of the way once it is set and secured."
I thought it was 30.
Yeah, normally
Or
it's like
30,
30
yeah,
or
30
15.
seconds. You have 30 seconds to get out of the way once it's set and secure.
Okay.
That does not mean you have to go out. I would recommend going to the side. These are shaped so they will blow into the ship and out from the ship. But most of the damage goes in. What happens is the charge itself will fire backwards.
Okay.
So that, and they will leave a sizable hole for breaching so we can enter.
Mm-hmm.
I will be handing these out as needed
Actually, one person in each squad carries
in
them.
each squad. Yep.
Your
How much
demolitions
does a headband of intellect weigh, Taz, while I'm...
Negligible.
Headband. Yeah, it's negligible. It's just it basically
It's like your circlet
what
that
you're wearing right now.
now.
Actually,
Perfect. Thank you. Adding that to my equipment.
it can even look like that if you want. The site tells you what they look like, but I'm basically making them. So
Cool.
So your headband of intellect looks like a crescent moon with a moonstone in it.
That's appropriate.
And the reason he's actually teaching all of them how to use it is because if the one person who is handed the ones ends up dead, someone else in the squad needs to know how to use it.
No, that ain't how military works.
Nope.
If the one person in the squad ends up dead, you fucked up. You shouldn't have let him die.
Yep.
That's how the military works. You have military occupational specialties. Right? You do your job, and you don't do anybody else's job.
Okay.
Well,
Then yeah, he'll choose. I don't know.
In
Well, won't be
special
Dazzle Cat.
forces, they cross over a little more, but
yeah, I was going to say most SEAL teams,
yeah,
the boat team, as they call it, are cross-trained in each other's jobs.
Yes.
You can't afford to lose that specialty, so.
Right,
So
but
squad
they also
beats
work
kind
in
of a
six-man
thing.
teams. So.
Yeah.
Does anybody in second squad have familiarity with alchemy or explosive devices?
Probably. I will allow you to make a luck roll,
Okay.
which is a charisma check.
Well, she's doing that.
Charisma check. Right.
Okay. Well, she's doing that. Crowley kind of sees that Madrimlian's trying to train them about with the explosives and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and talks to Lurik about making a replica of the device with a very small explosive charge, about the amount of a cherry bomb, and we'll pack around it some sleeping powder, and this can be a practice charge for them to try, and if it goes off, all it does is knock them out.
Well, it won't
Neat.
knock them out, actually. You might be wasting your sleeping powder on it, because you guys have breathers on these things, eh? They're sealed units.
Well, yeah, but you could do practice with them setting it while they're on the ship, is what I'm saying. It wouldn't be
yeah.
a danger of explosion.
Right.
And if you fuck up, you're not killing your crewmates practicing. Everyone just falls asleep for a few minutes,
Yeah.
and you go
Oops.
fucked up.
Well, to save your sleeping powder there, Crowley, why don't we just pack them with some paint? And that way, if they fuck up, they've got to scrub the hole
Yeah.
in their bug suits.
Yeah.
I think ink would be better.
Yep.
Ink.
Well, we have no shortage. Feel free
Nope.
to use as much
I'll
as
look-
you need.
All right,
Okay.
I can get some
There's also some
deer
spare chip
bladders we can
paint, she
use.
says.
What was that there, Celine?
There's also some spare ship paint, she says, left over from our refit.
Good thinking, Crowley.
I agree. Yeah, in the meantime, though, we're going to plan finding a place to hide.
Okay. Alright. Let's see, what would that be under? Navigation.
Oh, and by the way, I rolled a 16 for my luck roll.
16?
With my charisma modifier. Duh, that might help.
Yeah.
Might help. Well, okay, so that would be 21, actually.
Yes, there is an alchemist in the second squad.
Who, knowing my luck, that'll be Dazzlecat.
No.
No, okay. All right, so according to their service record, this person is the alchemist. I suggest we start them with the charge. They will know how to not get blown up, potentially. Although, of course, we know that isn't certain, don't we, Lieutenant? She says to Madrid.
Yes, ma'am. And yes, I didn't time it right. I was lucky.
You know I have to tease you.
Oh, I know. The thing is, I have the experience of having not timed it right, so I know what kind of damage they can do. Like I said, I was lucky.
You song the firebug over there volunteers. Private Songbird's like, I volunteer! Is it Private Songbird who has the alchemy background? Probably not.
No.
Okay.
Arian,
I thought
you have that list of the 5?
Where did I write it down?
I figured that was the answer. Yes, but where? That's the question.
It's not a question of do I, it's a question of do I.
This is my life. I write everything down and then I lose where I put it. It's why I have a million tabs up on my computer, because
That's what happened with my mind. I wrote it down and then I lost it.
There you go. See? Salvager, scavenger, shipbreaker. That actually can come in really handy. Barbusa, Sparklebeard. Sounds great. I have thoughts.
Ooh.
So it was Aiden Moonflower, Airless Moonflower, who are both she brother and sisters. The first sergeant, Ivana Green Dancer, the Nunahi. There's Dazzlecat, there's Ilnival Crystal Shimmer, and Cesare Shining Soul.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna say that the Nunahi, what's her name? Ariana Green Dancer?
Ivana Green Dancer?
Ivana Green Dancer is a alchemist. An alchemist. An alchemist. With an N on the end.
The only thing about that is, didn't we decide that the first sergeant would stay with the ship?
Yep.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So, Aiden?
Yeah, I'll make the other ones.
Aiden
What time?
Moonflower?
Okay. Mm. Yeah, Aiden. He's a alchemist.
I'm giggling because E Songbird has volunteered to be the research guinea rat.
I think actually that might be genuine interest in participating. That's cool. Duly noted. Um, there is going to be a lot of research, I think, in this. Probably not this mission, but
Yeah.
we're kind of unique, so
Okay, who's your navigator?
I
Um,
My navigation skills +8.
was the navigator Alessander.
He's got navigation.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an NPC. I don't have his character sheet in front of me, so
Right. So
I don't know what his current level of navigation. If you'd rather one of the PCs did it, that's totally fine.
yeah, I'd rather one of the PCs did it.
Yep.
Who's got any navigation skill aside from Madrimlian, or is it just Madrimlian?
I'm pretty sure I have navigation as well,
Well,
but
you're
I
a
am
captain.
the captain, so
Yeah, no, I don't have
just a second
navigation.
looking. London has a total of +11 to navigation.
Yeah.
I guess navigation's wisdom based, so that makes sense for druids to be good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's int, but she's an int
Int-based.
whiz character.
Oh yeah, you're a hybrid of
Yep.
druid arcanist hybrid.
Well, I have a high wisdom, but I don't have navigation.
Okay, you're a pilot.
Yasma?
Yeah.
I'm a pilot, not a navigation.
Okay. So, I guess Vonvin is your navigator.
all right.
Vonvin, make a navigation
Right.
check.
On it.
I can have Alessander double check it if need be or something.
And she's good at it.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear what her score was.
15 plus 11
26.
is
Plus 11.
There
Yeah,
you
you're
go.
probably better at it than Alessander anyway.
Yeah.
26. What that would be.
Yeah, you do find a shadowy part of a planet with two moons moving in slow orbit. Right? You figure the moons have an orbit of about probably 700 Earth hours, 700 Avalonian hours. Right? Or wait, let me think here. No, that's not enough. 2,800 Earth hours. Approximately 100 days or so. 140 days or something. Right? And they're tide locked to the planet, of course. Right? Not that there's any tides on these planets. But the planet does have a dark spot because it's not spinning. Right? You can get into a synchronous orbit with it and hold a position. Or sorry, it is spinning, right? It's still spinning, so you can orbit it. Right? Otherwise, you got to keep somebody constantly in the helm, keeping your position.
There's something called geosynchronous orbit, where you sit in a spot and you stay there.
Yeah, you're falling at the same rate that you're flying away, basically. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so you of course inform the captain of this.
Yep.
All right, put us there, she says.
Yes, ma'am.
And you guys move into position.
Do we have to make who's at the helm at the time? Because they'll have to make a piloting check to make sure
Yeah.
they get the correct angle of orbit, right?
Mariama.
Right, Mariama. Right, so she's checking off screen anyway.
Yeah.
That is exactly the plan there, Barbarossa. You
Yeah.
bet.
Mariama puts it into orbit.
All right.
Yes, it's exactly what the plan was, Barbarossa. Yes, that is it.
I like what he has to say. His Barbusa Sparklebeard says, I may not be the smartest beard, but I got 2 good legs, a strong back, and damnable whirligigs. People like me. Which sounds like exactly something like a gnome might say. That's awesome.
But
Well,
you have
good.
2 arms.
Says Celine, we could definitely use your help, and I'm glad you're making the best of your situation, she says.
Okay, so...
Okay, cool, Barbusa. I'm familiar. Go ahead and run with that. That sounds great.
Cookie from Atlantis. Shouldn't have told me. Now I'm telling you. You don't want to know.
Yep.
Oh boy.
All right, so we put ourselves there. It is 7:30. May I recommend that we take a 10-minute bio?
Yeah. Are they a 10-minute bio at this point, guys?
Sure. This way I can find the
Yep.
pills I lost.
Right.
Okay.
Good idea. And feel free to run our commercial again.
Yeah, I will run the commercial again.
And maybe the World Anvil commercial, too. We haven't run their commercial on this
I
one.
don't have the World Anvil commercial on this one.
All right, well, that would be why we haven't done it, so we'll do it next time. Okay. See you in a minute.
Hi there. My name is Diane Morrison, and I'm a science fiction and fantasy author. I'm looking for your help to publish my novel, A Few Good Elves. Three years ago, you guys helped me publish Once Upon a Time in the Weird West, which is a collection of my Weird Western serial stories. And 2 years ago, you helped me to edit and publish Gunsmoke and Dragonfire, a fantasy western anthology. I figured we'd make a winning team.
Welcome, Bob.
Oh good, now we can find the other stowaway. Probably as he's moving from one hiding spot to another. Oh, right. Yep.
The Toy Soldier Saga is a fantasy space opera universe. It has all of the elements of space opera science fiction, but everything's done by magic. I don't think there's anything out there that's quite like it. And I really hope that you'll enjoy it and the extended universe that has been created around it.
Hi, I'm Chris. I play Arian. He's the grizzled older ex-enlisted elf.
Remember, we've only got 30 days to make this happen. With your support, you can have some of the art that's been created for the books, you can have the stories, the ebooks, a trade paperback copy, a hardcover copy, you might be able to get it signed. You could even get the entire collection of everything that I have previously published or been published in. Thanks in advance for your support, and thank you for listening.
Oh, hey, Raiders! Welcome aboard, Raiders! You've got us just during break.
Hey, Mar, welcome. Oh. Hey, Amanda Panda Sensei, how's it going?
Welcome everybody to the Toy Soldiers game. Remember, we do allow for player participation. Anybody can ask for a reroll on any one given roll, either for good or for ill.
Actually, it was... Yeah. It's Dino Bulbasaur Bob. Dino Bulbasaur Bob, yep. Gnome Engineer. Okay, I have a problem. Oh yeah, I have a problem. Oh well, I'll survive. That timing was just weird, Aaron. So that timing was just weird. Well, I had my mic muted, and I was telling Banshee she had to behave, and you went, no. And I went, I should. I was like, what? Right on, Bob. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Well, it's because we're waiting for Deep Thoughts with Crowley.
Yeah,
You might hate me
Crowley,
for saying this, but she's not too busy
do a
to text
double
you back.
next
She just
time.
doesn't want to. She doesn't.
Crowley's been into too much catnip.
Yeah, I was complaining about the lack of background music already, actually. I was kind of poking Aaron and saying, do we have music running?
Ah, that's when he responded, no, but I should.
Yep.
Which is, yeah, which happened to be timed right when I had my headset off, like my mic off.
I heard. I was listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the timing was perfect for sure.
Yeah.
Well, this is halftime, guys, you know. So.
Oh dear God, Dassel's in the alchemy lab. Somebody.
Hey, Aaron. I don't know how to do it, but it might be worthwhile to put in one of those World Anvil coin suggestions for like an alpha reader category under writers where they can go in and see drafts but can't edit them, but can at least read them and be able to give feedback.
I do believe we're operating on a free account, though, right?
No, I'm one up. Whatever, journeyman. Yep.
Yeah, let me look it up. Just a second. World Anvil Guild pricing. There we go. Okay, and because it'll give me a checklist of features for each level. Journeyman. Subscribers. You get 5. That is enough. Yeah, make a subscriber group and publish to that subscriber group. You'll find that in Access Rights, which is under Tools on the sidebar. And yeah, they have a project and I am sort of alpha reading it for them.
So what's Sable's World Anvil username?
Sable Aradia, all one word. With the S and A capitalized, if that matters. Barbara said, "Don't you worry about it." Right? He said, "Sable, Aaron, just want to say you guys are really fun and cool. I want to help so much with your fundraiser because you all deserve all the praise. I will try and help all I can when I'm able to, but for now, you have my unbridled support." You know what? Sharing on social media and telling your friends, that is support too. Word of mouth still sells. Right? So we would appreciate that. If you do that, that's great. That's really awesome. And thank you, Siobhan, for timely posting the Kickstarter link.
Yeah, tweet about it, send out tweets about the Kickstarter, right? Post it on your Facebook
the video.
account, right? Play the video. We can send you the video if you can play it on something on your stream.
It's available on YouTube as well. So either way,
Yeah, the thing is available on YouTube. Fuck, this is loud.
That is loud.
Yeah. Okay, we should be getting back anyway.
Yep, that's true. Our time limit is up there. And I guess I'll turn my camera back on.
We'll go back to in-game.
Tunes cranked up helps pass the time hiding in the shadows. Woohoo! Esong says, "Another backer since I last checked. $800 left to reach the goal in 25 days. I feel pretty optimistic." Yeah. I do too. I don't want to count my chickens before they're hatched here, but I do feel very optimistic. I really appreciate all your support, guys. Right, according to in Canadian funds, it's we have a total right now of $2,632 of $3,690 goal. We have 25 days to go, and we have 49 backers. 49 of you have chosen to support. So
and
thank
we're
you.
71% funded.
That is awesome.
I'm pretty sure that was me, and you already have my address there, right, Sable? So
I do indeed have your address, yes. And if not, I know who I can poke to get it. Awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's one of those things where I wrote it down somewhere.
No.
So you have it,
yeah,
but you don't know where you have it.
Yeah.
There'll be a backer survey. There will be a backer survey that says, where do we send this? And you can write your address on that. And
right, I'll just write your address down.
Yeah, blame the cats. Yeah, you know what? It's amazing what they make disappear, actually. They decide stuff as toys.
Yep.
So does my dog.
It's kind of stunning.
I have had a cat look at me, meow, so he had my attention, and then deliberately push something off something else.
Yep.
You've had cats that have literally opened jars of tinned fish. Literally.
Oh, it was tall, little man. You know.
Yep. You have also had a cat that literally ran away with a chainmail shirt designed for a man who was 6'8" and 300 pounds.
I remember that.
Yes. I get the best cats, okay?
You do get some pretty character cats. That's a fact right there. Yeah, or we can get Games to look them up. That's true.
I don't think Games wants to do that. He was feeling a little creeped out on Kahuna's stream.
What's that?
He was showing how easy it was to find people from a screenshot of their face for facial recognition.
Mm-hmm.
And so he started feeling like he was creeping on the people on Kahuna and Mrs. Kahuna.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't like this. I'm not going to do it anymore.
All right. So let's get back to. Oh, sorry. Somebody had something else to say.
All right, see you, Mar.
Bye, Mar. Thank you so much for the raid, by the way.
See you, Mar.
Please check out the Carolverse. They do, where he does writing and world building on his stream, and he also is writing some really amazing stuff. There's a book that he's working on called God Noise that I am a fan of. It's amazing.
God Noise is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And welcome back there, Bob. We have Bob in the house, so we have all of our second squad crew here. So that's pretty cool.
Our chat crew.
No, we are missing one of the chat crew.
Yes, we are missing Aiden Moonflower. Moon is probably sleeping right now, to be fair.
I was going to say, I'm having a rough couple days, so Moon is likely to be unconscious.
Yeah.
Chestmate Dino Bobo Sorobob, ready for duty, Captain. Excellent. So we're gonna have good dinner tonight because clearly you have a new person in the galley crew who is scrubbing pots. They are chief pot scrubber.
Yep.
Also
Goblin chili.
lovingly known as
The
Megan.
pots.
That's right.
What was that?
Oh,
there?
yeah, and probably also a potato peeler.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said there, Blake.
Crowley said, also lovingly known as Maggot.
Maggot, yes. Yep.
It's funny, Barbarossa. And I'm making sure these things are clean enough to eat off of. That's the plan. Maggots, that's the secret ingredient for goblin chili, would not surprise me. Would not surprise
Seems
me at
logical.
all. If I make a version of goblin chili, I am substituting shallots or something, okay?
Rice.
I'm just
Depends
going to
how big
point
a
out that
maggot we're
maggots are
talking
really
about.
high in protein.
What's that?
Yeah,
Just
They are.
saying. Maggots are really high in protein. They're almost 100% protein.
And they're fucking disgusting.
yeah.
Can't
Yeah,
see them,
depends
you
how big
don't
a
know
maggot
they're
we're
there.
Like, they might be big and chewy kind. Who knows? But
The other thing you could use instead of shallots would be, oh shoot, what was it? Anchovies.
yeah, no, anchovies don't go in my food.
Yeah, anchovies will get in your mouth. And
I was
they're
going to
not
say, isn't that
supposed
like
to.
something you feed your cats?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I will never like anchovies. I like most tinned fish and canned fish and salted fish. I cannot handle anchovies.
Do you like Caesar dressing?
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
fine.
anchovy paste is fine.
Yeah.
Anchovy paste is fine, but
Okay.
No little fishes, says Bob Barbasoro.
Dino
Barbasoro.
Barbasaurus Bob. Barbasoro Bob.
Yeah, Dino Barbasoro Bob. Okay, perfect. No, don't worry. We're not going to put little fishes in it right now. Anyway, we find ourselves a place in a what is it? Geosynchronous orbit.
Yep.
And we make sure we are suitably concealed. And we'll then set up a scouting rotation of people to go out, at least in pairs, if not in one squad, then the other squad, to see if we can find where the bad guys are hiding. There's supposed to be a whole fleet here. The
Hmm.
cool thing, however, is that Celine is much cheered by this situation.
There isn't
If
a whole fleet here.
well, if there were, then they're separated. They'd have to be
Hmm.
hidden because they're doing the same shit we are, which means that there's not a whole fleet to immediately attack us the minute we blow up one of their ships. It's going to take them a while to notice. That's good. Pick them off one at a time.
So, you scout out in small parties, basically,
Mhm.
right? Groups of five, right? Four groups of five each, right? And around this planet, you don't find anything itself, right?
Right.
Except for um, Crowley, you and Karak find some debris, garbage.
Like someone had dumped their ship's waste
Yep,
and then took off.
yep.
What's in there?
All right. Is it quite a sizable amount of waste?
Um, a ship's
Or like a barrel's worth, a
barrel's worth. Yeah,
50-gallon drum?
yeah.
Oh,
It's
I'm gonna.
various uh peelings and bones and things like that. Bones are well gnawed.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take a couple of bones for samples,
Okay,
and a couple of the peelings and whatnot to identify what vegetables are being eaten and what kind of diet
okay,
and tooth marks might be on these bones,
okay.
just so we have a better understanding of where this refuse might have come from, what type of ship.
Hmm. And you report back. So on that flight, right? Celine, they report back with some debris that they found.
Excellent. All right.
That flight was, I'm gonna say, Lurik. Um,
Bob tends to use the waste to make goblin chili.
was Lurik, Crowley, Von Vin, Arian, and we'll say
Ruavel?
Von Vin.
You already
Okay,
said one once.
No, I didn't.
You did, but that doesn't matter.
Lurik,
Look at Von Vin.
Crowley, Yasma, Arian, Von Vin.
Okay.
5.
Okay. She looks at Von Vin and says, "What are we looking at here?" She's a druid. She knows perfectly well. She can identify what.
Yeah, you can identify whatever gnawed on that, probably.
Okay.
You take one look at it, you know immediately what it was. It was a warg.
A Vargar.
Warg
Vargar.
marks, she says.
Vargar.
Yes.
Vargar marks.
Aha.
You can tell it's chewed through, and the bite pattern is Vargar in the extreme.
Now,
But
Vargar is
big.
a warg. It's just a warg has been used in a million
Right.
different ways in a million different places with
Places.
as many different spellings as you can imagine. But they have an alternate name, Vargar.
Which is how they're originally said in Old Norse. Vargr.
So that's what we're running with. So, but it's a warg for
Yeah.
those who are familiar.
Right? Whatever it was a warg, but it was big. Like, it's bigger than any warg you've ever seen.
Interesting, she says. That is one big Vargar.
Yep, I got a baby here.
That's not a big Vargar. That's a little Vargar.
It's a baby Vargar.
We had her at our house yesterday. She's growing concerned, that one. Really friendly and cute. They're also one of the canon races in the Traveler Imperium universe. Yeah, they're
Hmm.
everywhere. So we figure Vargar is less common and is, you
Hmm.
know, historical, so or
No,
mythological anyway.
Yeah.
sorry, Barbarossa. Mascot of the ship is Raja.
Karak would take exception to that.
Yeah,
No,
Karak would
correct.
take
Yeah.
a little exception to that. Raja. Raja's like,
No.
I'm no mascot.
But the point
Swat that
being is
baby out
that
the
we
side.
do Fomorians keep Vargar? We know that they do, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, she says.
Especially
And
goblins.
what are these bones and peels from?
If you had to guess, the peelings are typical tubers, potatoes, sweet potatoes, things like that. Right?
Curious.
Right?
Right? And the bones make me a class check. That's roll your class level. You roll and
Right.
add your class level to it. It's a class
All of my
knowledge
class
check.
levels, or just
Just
my
your
druid
druid.
class?
Just druid.
Okay.
It's your knowledge of being a druid.
14.
14. Yeah, you think about it for a bit, and you think it could be Smilodon.
Smilodon, I think.
Raja looks over.
She takes one of the bones and hands
She
it.
hands it to Alessander to get him to double check.
Does he agree?
Yep.
I'd say so. You concur, Raja? He says, extending it to him.
He growls.
Smilodon. That pale hydrate.
Oh, ale hydrate.
Slancha.
We do not eat Smilodon on this ship, I'm afraid there, Dino
No.
says. We don't eat any of the peoples that are aboard our ship.
Right.
Except
Thank-
maybe sharks, because I don't think that Karak minds.
No, Crack will help you. Shark's good eating as far as he's concerned.
Actually,
Not
correct.
much it ain't good eating.
You're a smart shark. Can you follow the trail of the ship that left this?
He just stares at you.
In the deadpan shark way, with his dead eyes.
Yep. Dead shark eyes at you.
I figured you could.
And furthermore, getting the sense of the Erts from there will give us an idea of where to look, I imagine. I can do that, says Alessander. I imagine Arian can too, he says. He was a ranger, right?
No, he's a.
Oh.
No, he's not.
Fighter sorcerer.
Fighter sorcerer. Do we have a ranger other than Alessander?
No.
Okay.
Would an investigator be able to do it?
Not really, no. Investigator sort of
Okay.
alchemist rogue.
Okay, here's the thing. Tracking by Erts. Right? It's
Mhm.
something that a specialized star druid can, or a star ranger can do.
Yep, and a star druid can do it too.
A star druid can do it, and
If
a
they take
pilot with sufficient skill might be able to make a profession pilot check or a pilot skill check in order
Yeah,
to
pilot skill
get a
check.
sense of it. Right?
Mhm.
So, yeah. That is how you track through the Erts, but otherwise it's extremely difficult. It's space. It's big. However, Karak might be able to follow the smell.
Somebody he actually cared to listen to asked him.
Yeah.
Well, then
Madrumlian
the
has always treated him with respect, though, but yeah.
Yeah, it's true, but he's a shark.
How quickly was this found, by the way? Like the first hour we went out?
About 2 hours into the flight.
2 hours into the flight. That's
Yeah.
actually really rather close. Okay.
Yes. It looks like they were hidden in this shadow.
But then they moved.
Right.
That suggests to me that the fleet may already be on the move.
man,
All right.
did you want Carrick to track this and see if we can find where it went?
Let's do that, she says.
Mm.
And this is our cue from the GM that we should suit up and head out?
Mm.
Or is it?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right, I'll give Carrick the bone to sniff.
Sniffs it.
And it's a hunt.
He starts flying around out there. Then he seems to catch a scent and start shooting off into space.
Follow him.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, and shit, I guess Celine can't, can she?
Yep. You can leave her bosun in charge.
You have the con, she says.
Avalana.
And Madrumlian will set up a mind link with the bosun.
Okay.
He'll let the bosun know what he's doing before he takes off.
You don't have time. You'll lose sight of him if you do. Okay.
Besides that, it's only good for a mile.
Right.
Mind link is... I'm just looking at the range and augmentation.
No, Daz is not following the officers as backup. Daz is on second squad. She better be on the ship.
She better be on the ship. The ship has to be defended.
Yeah, once the bond is formed, it works over any distance. Although not from one plane to another. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, make the bond. And I will take off.
So he's going to take the time to wait and be a little bit behind us?
Yeah, he'll be around behind you.
Okay.
Yep.
That makes much more sense.
Yeah.
Warning our new bosun that this is a thing that you can do is good.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't go, control and attack!
Yeah.
Get out of my head! Start beating himself in the head with a hammer.
Yeah.
And the whole universe will be changed because he's played an important part in book 1.
Extremely important. Yeah.
And then we'll have to wait another 10 years and Chris will show up and kill Siobhan.
Right. We'll have to wait another 10 years for the book because she'll have to change everything. And
Yeah, that's right.
Right. And it wouldn't take me 10 years to get to Canada.
Nope.
Wouldn't take me 10 years to get out of Canada either.
Hey, Aaron,
Mm-hmm. Yes, but...
I PM'd you something.
Oh, okay. On Meet? Or in Discord?
On Discord.
Oh, okay.
Discord.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Well, I didn't mean
Okay.
to kill the chatter while I was trying to...
Yeah, I understand, Blake. If you guys have to go, you have to go, right? You're not needed. I can NPC your characters along, right?
Okay.
We understand.
They could be left in charge on the ship.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm leaving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Yasma left in charge on the ship, and Crowley busy doing
Crowley at the helm.
Yeah,
He's
Crowley
our
at the helm,
primary
sure.
pilot. If we have to bug out really quick, he's
Sure.
going to be the one we want at the helm, right?
Right. So, yeah.
That works for us. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
No problem, guys. You
Night,
have a good
Good
night.
everybody.
night, guys. See you next week.
Later.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, now I gotta.
Shift around all the picture thingies. Yeah.
No, only one. I gotta shift this one out of the way.
You could always just make those ones invisible, you know.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna invisible. And Celine up here. There.
And then you gotta move yours out of the middle of your face.
Middle of my face. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, we'll follow Karak.
Yeah. You guys follow after Karak at high speed. Alright, Karak is in hunt mode now.
Yep.
Yep. Swimming along. You guys see two ships actually approaching, one frigate and one gunboat. And they're not approaching, they're moving away.
Which means they're not watching their wake at all.
Of course they're watching their wake. What if somebody falls overboard?
No, damn it.
But
Who did I
first,
lose?
what's gonna happen is
Yeah.
we're gonna see a
I
shark.
lost Chris.
Oh. Okay. Do we want to wait a
Oh,
moment?
got him back. Now I gotta do everybody else.
Now we gotta do the image shuffle again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry about that. Lost connection on me.
Oh, no worries. It
That's
happens.
alright, it happens, mate.
You know, we really need to pin down Kahuna and make him teach
Yeah,
us
and make him teach me.
OBS Ninja
OBS
thing.
Ninja thing.
And then we won't have to play this shuffling around game. We'll each have individual cameras and stuff
Yeah.
in fixed locations.
Yeah.
I think maybe I'll do that for next week.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, are you streaming next week or am I streaming this from my computer?
I'll stream it.
Okay.
Oh, what am I looking at here? Fuck. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm tasking you with pinning down Kahuna to learn what you're doing.
I
Thank
tried
you.
to figure it out myself, but you can't do it without having other people involved.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a learning curve. Well, hey, if you know, I'm sure that a bunch of us will be happy to get together to check it out.
Yeah.
Before next week.
Okay.
Exactly. We see you, Sean. Okay. So, okay, so at the moment what they're going to see is a shark heading towards them.
If
which
they see a
isn't
shark.
unusual.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
they even see a shark. It's pretty small. They're only looking within their own etheric membrane at the moment. Right? They're looking for people who may have fallen overboard. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so what's the terrain look like around here? Are there places where we can approach discreetly?
well, there's a place where you could approach down shadow from them.
Perfect.
Right?
Alright, I missed it. Are we looking at one ship or did we find the fleet?
You found
We
two
found
ships.
2 ships.
You found a frigate and a gunboat.
Okay.
And they seem to be moving. Not in any hurry, it doesn't look like.
2 for 1, ma'am? Or do
Indeed,
we
but
want to trail them and see where they're going?
I think I'd rather do that, she says.
What model?
And if we can get close enough to eavesdrop, even better, she says.
What model of ship are
Does
they?
anybody even speak Orcish
I do.
or Goblin?
Well, intellectually, I've studied it, she says. I don't know if I'd recognize it very well if I heard it.
I speak it. Thought it would be useful
Good question from Daz. Are they together or going towards each other or one chasing the other?
Well, they're together.
Ma'am, I speak both Orcish and Goblin.
Okay, good, she says. Then you're the ones that have to get close enough to listen, which means that you have to sneak inside their etheric membrane without being noticed. Do you think you can do that?
If we can get below them, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, man, we could theoretically actually, you know, come in from down shadow and ride their keel. Most people don't look at their own keel.
What model of ship is this?
You don't
There's
know.
a
Okay.
Nothing you
Not one that we
recognize.
know of.
It's not in the first star recognition guide?
Nope.
Whoa! These aren't even in the first
New
star
ship
recognition
configuration.
guide.
Yep.
Whoa. This is some serious shit.
Try not to
Okay.
kill yourself, Siobhan.
What did you do?
She thought she was a fish.
Oh my god.
Yes, I am not a coffee fish. I can't breathe coffee.
Oh my god, that's great. It's funny as hell. Okay. Yep, so we'll approach down shadow and we'll
Yeah.
ride their keel. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, you guys get underneath the ship where the keel is and come up into the etheric membrane.
Sorry.
Yep.
You hear voices talking on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
All
I
right, what are they
imagine I
saying?
can make out one in every third word or something.
You speak Orcish?
I do.
I do believe
I do as well.
I will look to confirm. Where are my languages?
One of the I gotta pick a lot of languages because of starting with high int.
Yeah. So did
Yes,
I.
I speak Orc. I do not speak Goblin.
Okay. Well, you hear orcs talking.
Okay.
How long do you think we gotta stay in this place? I don't know, till the war chief says. Then you hear a low growling start.
Is it close to us?
No, it's on the deck.
Oh, yeah. Think he smelled us?
Vonvin?
I know, does London? Yeah, does London
That's
think
one
that
hell of a
they
nose
can...
if he smelled you from here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one hell of a nose if he smelled us from here.
What's with
Is
the
anyone-
dog? I don't know.
Just hang
His
up on
mommy's
whoever that is.
calling.
So long that they said that they were waiting here.
My drumline will.
Oh,
It
man,
was your
sounds
mom.
like well, man, it sounds
Your
like
mom
they're not.
said, don't forget to phone your dad today.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes.
Hey,
If they're talking about waiting here, ma'am, it doesn't sound like they're actually transiting. They're probably just flying around because of sloppy station keeping. So I don't know that we'll be able to follow these ships to anywhere else. We could blow our way into this one and cut out the gunboat and hide it somewhere.
She nods.
I'd
Sounds
recommend a
good.
dual strike if we do that. Perhaps me and Xerxes on the gunboat and the rest of you here.
Take Lorik with you.
Why? There's two of them, she says.
I would take a healer with your second group.
Yeah, well, the reason I'm saying Lorik is because he has the knowledge of the breaching the charges.
we don't need him on a gunboat.
Don't need them on a
There's
gunboat.
like 5
right?
guys on that boat.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. We just swarm that one and cut it out instead of destroying it and stash it somewhere.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, we blow this one. Scuttle it.
Too bad this
Unless
is a
you'd
new
rather send.
configuration. Otherwise, we could totally just put a charge right with the spin dizzy was.
What was that? Can you
and-
repeat that?
I said, if too bad that this is a new configuration that we don't recognize. Otherwise, we could probably put a charge right where the spin dizzy was, unless it's in the middle of the ship.
Usually.
And I was going to say, unless, ma'am, you want me here for the assault on the big ship, it's entirely up to you. I just figured me and Xerxes could make short work of that one, clear it out, and then come and join you once you've breached.
Well, that seems fine, she says.
Okay, that sounds like a plan, says Xerxes.
Right.
All right, we know why we're here. Let's go do it, she says.
Avalana.
The dog starts barking at this point.
All right, set your charges, ma'am. We're on the move.
Yep. You guys take
Right
off.
on the keel. Because that's like the second most important part of the ship.
Yup. Break her back.
Right, you guys head out from under the ship. That you hear a loud barking coming from the deck. Over there! Someone yells.
Let's move.
Mm-hmm.
Go, go, go.
Yep.
And all I hear is because that's probably what Orcish sounds like to an elf.
Yeah, pretty much.
Flip him the bird as we charge the gunboat.
Nice.
Gunboat begins to spin around as if it's coming around towards you guys. Right?
Uh-huh.
And
We stole that too, by the way. There's the bird in Elvish.
Ma'am? Primer set. Clear the keel.
Clear the keel.
Yeah, you guys clear out. Right? And the ship rocks as the explosion happens. Make me an alchemy check.
Oh, goody. $13 plus. 14 is 27.
Okay, because my brain is now partially thinking in Game Master, I will remind you that Esong loaded her die roll for the most inconvenient time for characters. This might be one of those times.
I thought that might be a case, so I think I'll make you re-roll that.
Okay.
All right. Esong's re-roll is spent.
We'll go 33 instead.
Anybody else care to make Madrimlian re-roll?
Can't see that.
Didn't see what?
Oh, dang it, where the... I'm trying to get the angle so you can see it.
Yeah, it's okay.
The camera doesn't like it.
The camera don't like your die.
Well, it's because it's pink and black. It just blends right in with the background.
Those are the ones I give you?
No.
Ah.
These are the ones that I recently got.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Now, the ones you gave me were pure pink.
Right. Okay. We got fish, we got flames, we got devil's horns, we got in the chat.
Suns.
Suns.
And just of note, all the orcs would be rushing the rail where we are flying away from
Right.
them.
Yep.
Boom! The ship rocks. Right? About half a dozen orcs go falling off the side of the ship.
Yay!
They don't have
Correct
spin
dinner.
disease. We do.
What's that? What was that?
I said correct dinner.
Yeah.
Probably.
No, you don't know
All
what
right.
happened to Crack. He's gone.
Oh, he went to go look for the Smilodon is what he did. That's what he
Or
was told to do.
the wargs.
Vargar?
The Vargar, yeah.
Yeah, the Vargar, yeah.
Yep. Okay, in the meantime, yes, which group would you like to do first?
I don't know. Which good do you guys want to do first?
Well, the gunboat would probably take the shortest amount of time.
That's true.
I think so too. So
So we'll
I'm
run the
going to
gunboat.
camera. Yeah.
We'll run
You
the
bet.
gunboat crew here. Okay, Arian.
Initiative, I guess.
Initiative.
$23.
23. Well, Xerxes has initiative and then you.
Nice.
Xerxes comes flying in. He's going to make a charge attack on the deck commander. What he believes is the deck commander, which is the biggest, ugliest orc on the fucking ship.
Makes sense.
Definitely elf logic.
Ooh, threat. And that'll confirm critical. Give it a moment to see if anybody wants to re-roll that. Poor Lurch the orc.
So just out of curiosity while we're waiting, Aaron, is the
You're muted, babe.
gunboat's basically... The gunboat's basically an open deck, maybe with
Yep.
like a little opening under the stern where the Spindizy sits.
Yep, basically.
So I can see the shaman or whoever's sitting
Or whoever's
on the,
sitting on the helm. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, looks like some little goblin and he looks scared.
Because Arian's flying straight at him with two swords out.
Okay, first Xerxes. And his second attack will also hit, not a threat.
Does he get two attacks on a charge?
Oh, right, he doesn't get 2 attacks on a charge. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, but he does do double damage on a charge.
Oh fuck! What on a crit too? That's
Yeah,
a lot of damage.
Well, that's enough to kill him. So he just runs the guy straight through as he comes in. And you come sweeping in at the back of the ship. Right, you will provoke a couple of attacks of opportunity sweeping through the ship.
Okay.
Okay, first one will definitely not hit unless somebody wants to add a reroll to that.
Banshee.
Siobhan has a reroll loaded. Does Siobhan choose to use her reroll?
No, Shiva. Oh,
Esong
just
wants a
set up a
reroll.
reroll.
Okay, she wants
Okay.
to... Oh, he fumbled! Fumble Raya! Fumble Rutski! How bad is his
Thanks,
fumble?
Esong.
I think she's trying to help the GM, but she's failing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on a phone, aren't you, Esong?
Yep.
Yeah, it does that on phones. Right, but he fumbled and badly. I rolled a 2 on the d20 for the fumble check. Right. He swings and he goes to take a swing at you, and it clips off one off your helmet and goes straight into the pilot's face with his axe. Right, clipping off part of the pilot's ear.
The pilot has now shit his pants and is brown ones.
Yep. And the other guy misses you too. Who can take a shot at you?
Okay.
It's stormtrooper orcs.
Yep, storm orcs.
So that is a 31 to hit the guy. Possible threat.
Okay. I'll roll to confirm.
And in the meantime, that was a critical threat hit by one of the players. So, noting this for rerolls. Hi, Shadow. Good to see you.
And Esong, if you want another reroll, I will use my points for you. Just say something.
Yeah, because that's not fair that the phones deprive you.
No. I mean, I only have 264,000. It doesn't matter to me.
I don't have that many anymore. I kept voting on stuff. I'm at 225,000.
All right. Well, if nobody wants to reroll,
nobody did. So you confirm critical on him. You beat the little goblin in the face.
Hang on. Esong says, although if you trust me on it, I'll redeem them later. I have over 100,000 points. It's not Siobhan's level, but it's still something. So,
okay.
In other words, what she's saying is she wants to reroll, but she'll pay it later.
Do you want to reroll on this one?
On the crit, I think
threat?
It was. Or the threat, yeah.
Oh, she has to answer.
Yep. No, it took so long to get the message through. Oh, I'm feeling generous. Okay.
Okay, generously you get to critically hit him. In the face!
Well, that's right, because I only did 3 base damage, but then you add on the 16, and it becomes 19.
19, okay. Bam! You smoke this guy in the throat. Blood spurts out, and he sort of collapses. His head lolls to a strange angle.
Hold on. Right. Bob redeemed a reroll.
Oh. Okay, reroll your damage.
He's doing it for Esong.
Yep. Well, that's for Esong, you said. Okay.
All right, why don't we just leave that one in the queue then?
Yeah, we'll leave that one in the queue for Esong. Because she said she was letting this one through.
Yeah, yep. Duly noted.
Yep. And the ship pitches. You almost get taken out by one of the masts. Right? Ruavel, not Ruavel, Xerxes, right, grabs hold of one of the orcs as he's pitching and shoves him off the side.
Yeah, I mean, the ship just became uncontrolled, basically.
Yes, and heading straight for the other ship.
Works for us, man.
Hell, if they find a gunboat tangled up with the wreckage of a frigate, they might just think it was an accident.
Yep.
Okay, do I see this coming?
No.
Damn
you guys are inside by this point.
I will use the comms.
Haven't than that.
I will use the comms and let her know the helm's down.
Helm's down on the ship.
But not tell us it's heading right for us.
No.
I don't know that yet. I'm still trying to pry my sword out of the back of the pilot's chair while fending off the other guys with my thorn blade.
Fair enough. It will kind of wind down without someone
Yeah.
actually powering the spin dizzy, but probably not quickly enough to avoid the collision.
No.
Because they're that close. Yes. This could be interesting. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Anybody want some sound effects for a Vargas that just got scared?
No. What, are your dog yelling?
Yeah, because I kenneled her because she bit me on the foot. She was just playing,
Oh.
but still, it hurt.
So you witch?
Oh, she was
I
just
put
playing and she bit her on the foot. But she's got sharp little teeth, that one.
Yeah.
You know, she's got a pity jaw, so lots of pressure.
Damn it, I'm out of pulp.
Okay, so are we still on the gunboat or are we moving on to the other ship?
I'm going to move on to the other ship at this point because these other guys, you've taken out the only guy that was a challenge to you and the only guy with any spellcasting ability.
Right.
So, and he pushed one guy
my
off.
camera's frozen again. Isn't it?
Yep.
Alright, shutting off the camera. Sorry, guys.
Turn it off and then turn it on again.
Okay, I'll try.
Nope.
That's what Eugene would say.
Nope, I'm frozen. I've got a smirk on my face. Okay. Alright, we'll be shutting off the camera then, because that's pointless. Alright, we're getting pretty close to the end here anyway. I will, alright, so we're aboard the ship.
Yeah, boom! There's a big breach hole.
Alright, so we've got, who have we got? We've got Ruaville, we've got Arden, we've got Von Vin, we've got Lurik, and we've got me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, usual procedure is that Arden and Ruaville...
Madrimlian.
Oh, yeah, and Madrimlian, yes. Okay, so is it the usual procedure that Arden and Ruaville lead the way, because they're kind of our heavy hitters, followed by Madrimlian and Lurik, because they have range attacks, followed by Vonvin and myself, because we're the healers, right?
Right.
Okay, that's the plan. Onward we go.
Okay, you burst through the breach. Right, you find yourself in the hold of the ship. Right? There's some goblin who's picking himself up, right? And a number of animals chained up in here.
Argar?
No, Smilodons.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to be able to get through this without getting torn apart?
They're chained up right now.
They're chained, like they're in cages.
Oh, I see.
It's a food stock.
Just a minute. How many locks does knock open at once?
One.
Damn it.
If you had a time of opening, you could open them all at once.
Okay, you know what? I will, however, use knock. This seems appropriate. The Smilodon is not about to attack us. Chaos!
Okay.
Yeah, let him out.
We'll get through this gauntlet first, though.
Okay.
First we'll get through.
Well, first there's one goblin in here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's picking himself up and going like, oh my god. And he's got one eye now.
He was right beside the blast, wasn't he?
He's close enough that he got shrapnel.
I guess that means it's time for initiative, isn't it?
No, you bury your sword into his head.
Yeah, okay.
There's one.
There's one goblin. Alright, and these Smilodons growl.
Like, they're happy he's dead, or like they're upset?
No, they're just like... They're pissed, basically. You don't think it's anything you did. And you knock open one of the gates.
That they are more likely to engage the enemy or us if we set them free?
I don't know. You want to talk to him?
Sure.
While this is going on, I'm checking the entrances into the room and such.
Okay.
She'll ask them if they want to kill orcs and goblins.
Yes.
Okay. You guys willing to leave us elves alone? We're here to help.
Fine. Make a wild empathy
Yeah, we can
check.
let them out. They want to kill the orcs and goblins.
Make a wild empathy check.
Roll your wild empathy. Okay.
The old wild empathy.
Old wild empathy.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
Well, that's 15 on the die.
Okay. Wild empathy is equal to your druid level plus your charisma modifier.
Okay, 3 plus 1, so 4 plus
So 19.
15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they seem pretty amiable to eating orcs and goblins. And those big
Alright,
fucking dogs. They want to eat all them too.
in the
those.
meantime,
They can have them.
we'll have our Marines, our lead Marines here, move up towards the exit.
Mm-hmm.
I assume there's one. It's a hold.
Yep. There's
Then it
two.
would be
There's a
dropping
staircase.
the bottom out of the fucking keel, wouldn't it?
Right. There's two. There's a staircase that leads up onto the next level, basically.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a hatch in the roof, basically, for dropping things into the hold.
Perfect.
Alright?
She looks at them and says, "What do you figure? Hatch, stairwell, or both? Or hatch, ladder, or both?"
I think drop the hatch, let those smilins out.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Ruvel. Yeah, you guys spend a moment or two busting the locks off the cages. Smilodins come rolling
Let
out.
us know when the gunboat hits us, by the way.
Right? And that's about when the gunboat hits you. I was just gonna say.
I was gonna say, let me know so I can let them know. Brace for impact.
Yep, you hear brace for impact.
And then me and
Brace for
Xerxes will leap onto the deck with our bug suits.
Yep.
Basically.
Let the gunboat just drive
Brace
into the
for
side
impact.
of this.
Well, that's easy. Madrillian will just take himself off the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, we all have spin disease, right? Oh no, actually,
Right,
that's
so
not
we'll just
necessarily
fly with it.
No.
Good job.
No. Well,
No, he can do that. It's too late. You go off the ground. The ship gets hit and moves probably 8 feet sideways.
yes.
You do not.
They don't.
There
The
are
wall
beams
therefore
in
goes
here.
through them.
You go into the wall.
Yep. She just started to yell no, and then that's when that happened.
Bam! You go flying. You take 6 points of damage.
Okie dokie. Time to take a potion.
Is it like falling?
Yeah, it's like falling.
Damage? So
Yes.
the first D6 is non-lethal, right?
Right. Right. So 3 lethal, 3 non-lethal.
That's it. Okay, so Celine makes a mental note. Okay, it's time for some basic space physics for everybody.
The ship has no weight. It's being hit by an object of a certain mass and has no weight. It's going to fly. In the meantime, orcs go flying on the deck, just scattering.
Like 10 pins?
Like 10 pins. As you guys come climbing on, sliding onto the deck. Right? You guys pop the hatch in the bottom and all these smilodins come pouring out.
Roar!
They had about a dozen of them in here.
Oh, God.
Oh, ouch.
Consider yourself owned.
Smilodins begin to snack. Well, there is two of these Vargir on this ship. I'm just making a long story short at this point because yeah, you guys create enough chaos that. Right?
We basically steamrolled the entire
You
ship.
steamrolled the ship, yeah. Right? There is only about a dozen guys on this ship.
It's true. I'm with Daz. We do step in poo, goblin poo.
Yep. You step in a lot of goblin poo.
Is it ship undermanned? It seemed like.
No, it's a frigate. It's a supply frigate, is what it looks like.
Because it's so bad that it did cross the brain pan.
Yeah.
Do we see me and Xerxes up on deck? Do we see anybody who's in immediate command who needs to be taken out to further the
well, you might
chaos?
want to question him.
Yeah, I was
You always
thinking
kill him later.
Okay.
Capture him.
Yeah, I'm
take him
sure
back
you
to
and
our ship
Xerxes had a brief conversation. We'll just capture their commander and then we can question him.
Yeah. So we'll just I would have switched to the saps on the way, and
Yep.
Spinning saps of death will ensue.
Yep. And Xerxes does flat side of the blade. Boing! Bends his sword. Damn.
Does he?
Yes.
I don't think he has magic weapons yet.
No. He shows it to there.
And I wrap the orc commander outside either side of the head with my saps, saying, "This is why I carry these."
He nods, tries straightening his sword out.
Yeah, so when Grimling comes up, just shaking his head.
Babe, can you do me a favor because I don't have my leg on?
What?
Can you go wake up Jamie and tell him it's 8:45 so he can get started on dinner?
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah, so this is about when Madrimling comes on deck, shaking his head. Goes over to Xerxes and uses his Synox to fix the sword. With Psionic repair.
No, because there's no role that the DM's doing currently to involve with that you can make him re-roll that would have the Snillodons turn on the party. Nice try. Besides that, I made my wild empathy check.
Yeah. I should have made you re-roll it, he says. Oh, Slancha.
You should have, Shadow, but you didn't. So therefore, haha, joke's
Hail
on you.
hydrate.
I got nothing to drink.
Okay, you silly mutt.
I'm back.
You silly, silly puppy.
Hail hydrate.
We've been hydrated.
So anyway,
And she sit.
I take it that amongst the chaos, the Smilodons enjoy a snack of Vargir, and we manage to pummel the
What you
captain
guys
into
see
submission.
is two of the biggest Vargr that you've ever seen in your life, Von Vin. You've seen Vargr before, right? I mean, they're not uncommon in the forests, right? But they're the size of large wolves, like 350 pounds, right? Maybe 400 pounds.
Wow.
These ones are about 1,200 pounds.
Huge.
About 1,200 pounds.
So like the size of a small pony.
A large horse?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen Vargar that big before in my entire life. Alessander, come check this out.
Alessander's not here. He is back on.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
we can take
crap.
the corpses. One of
There
them.
is no way we are going to save them from the cats, however,
No, they're eating them.
who are probably going to eat them.
Because the cats have kittens.
And
And
they
those,
were a threat on top of that, so best she's going to do is be able to take notes and, do some drawings for Alessander after.
yeah.
All right, so we've captured the commander.
Yep, he is unconscious. The Smilodins are still leaving him alone. Because you guys have claimed him, so I guess it's your food.
Yep, that makes sense. Well, who'd like to conduct the interrogation? And by the way, not bad work, people, she says. She says, I
note
see
to
that we're
self.
going to have to review some basic space physics, she says. Are you all right?
I'm good.
Who else did that? Arden, right?
No, he
No,
didn't.
I didn't. It was just Arden was like Arden's too smart for that.
No, Arden just was about to and didn't get off the ground.
That too. He was like he was about to, and then he's like, oh wait, no, that's a bad idea. So he might have got thrown because he wasn't braced, but
Yep.
I mean, Dremelian's highly intelligent. He's not so wise.
Yes, wisdom obviously comes later as a result of lack of wisdom.
Yep.
Yep. Wisdom comes from experience. Experience is usually a lack of wisdom.
It's from doing the dumb thing.
Yep.
If it's stupid and it works, it's still stupid and you're lucky.
So where would you like to be at, OG Emily 1? Shall we conduct the interrogation now, or with 10 minutes to 9?
No.
Would you prefer that I start with that?
I'll start with you. You can start with the interrogation. I'll tell you what I was doing with this. Alright. Yeah.
Or you could finish this out.
Or I could finish this next week, I guess. I'll finish this next week. Okay?
Okay,
Right.
so you're
Right.
going to finish this part with
what I'm doing, yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so for those who missed the memo at the beginning, we are doing a GM handoff. That is correct, exactly like Dad said. After the end of this particular arc, I will be taking over for a while.
Yeah.
And you will get to see Ruvel do stuff.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of sense, since Celine is the captain of the ship. It makes sense for her to be on deck.
Well, we knew this was. You told us when we started doing the game that you guys were going to swap DMs at some point.
Yep.
That we might, yeah.
Which is why I've been privy to all the storyteller notes from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So,
Arian does have one question before we quit. Are there any blue goblins he needs to kick specifically to the Melodons?
Are there any blue
That's exactly-
goblins?
That's what Gremlin was looking for.
No. There are not.
Okay, because he would have specifically kicked him towards the Smilodons.
Yep. Eat that one.
And Gremlin would have specifically targeted them to fry their brains.
No, blue goblins are rare.
okay, good stuff. Well, I had a lot of fun with that. I enjoyed everything about it, from our crazy misbehaving crew in the chat,
Yep.
right up to and including this, fight and the disastrous. Well, we're lucky they weren't disastrous. Put it that way.
Yeah.
oh yeah, because considering we got noticed by the dog, that's a hell of a no. So I guess if we were talking, you might have heard us.
Consider it. It's a dog that has a head the size of a horse. How many sensory, olfactory organs do you think he has in there?
Oh yeah.
Lots.
We're lucky that the commander clearly didn't understand our
Right. because they're intelligent. They speak. He was telling them there's fucking people under the boat, but nobody here speaks Varger. Right?
Or maybe the one who did was in the hold.
Anyway, we don't
Goblin,
know
yeah.
that they're intelligent, but certainly Celine was starting to suspect.
But you guys know
Because-
Varger are intelligent.
Oh, do we?
Oh yeah.
Well then.
They're not like really bright, but they're bright. They're bright as ogres.
A little slow.
Yeah.
Got it.
Very cunning though.
So what do you guys think about the game? Were you guys having a good time? Was it cool?
Oh yeah. Yep, had lots of fun.
Anybody got any thoughts, comments?
Well, I enjoyed it. And Arian was quite aware of what would happen if he took out the helm,
Yep.
and he figured you guys were good enough to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But when they started charging us, we didn't have much choice.
Yep. Yep, that does make sense. I'm glad other people had fun too. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so do me a favor, and we'll have to remind Blake and Dawn of this too. I am not as good at systems as Aaron is.
Right.
This is my weak point. Therefore, I insist you all have your characters up to date.
Yeah.
If you are behind, fix it. I'm going to do the same, right? Because if it isn't in order, I won't be able to correct for the mistake.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, I don't have my character up to date on World Anvil because I can't find the things I need for the spells and psionics on there.
I just
Uh,
started keeping a note thingy in like under skills and abilities or some damn thing where I detail my spells and my slots and what's currently prepared because the World Anvil character sheets, as much
Stuff,
as
but it is-
World Anvil's great for a lot of other things. Yeah.
But I do have my character up to date on
That's card for each spell. And then
Hero
you have
Lab.
to
on Hero Lab.
yeah.
Right, okay.
That's why I'm hoping they fix is like, oh yeah, just here, just put your spell here, rather than doing a separate card for each spell and then putting the link to that spell in this the code for that stat block for the spell into your character sheet so it connects to the character sheet and yeah.
There's a section called Scrapbook on your character sheet when you go there that says home sheet, equipment, handouts, lore, scrapbook. Perhaps put your list of spells, just type out the names and psionics in the scrapbook.
Yeah.
Just so
Yeah,
it's
I can do
there. I don't need the details. I'm sure you can tell them to me when I ask. And Aaron can check them for me, and I know he will.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, guys, I'm out.
All right, we're going to get ready to raid here.
Yeah.
Aaron,
who are we raiding?
We're going to raid Coffee because they're live, unless somebody else is live that we.
Nope, just Coffee.
Doesn't look like. All right, and credits.
Got the credits. And the credits music.
Thanks very much for joining us tonight. Once more, here is our Kickstarter link for A Few Good Elves, which is kind of a sequel to this campaign. The first book in the Toy Soldier Saga. We're kind of playing the back history here. Alright, Toy Soldiers Old School is game mastered by Aaron Ree, based on the Toy Soldier Saga universe created by Diane Morrison. Audio and video is provided by Google Meet. Sound effects and ambience provided by Sirenscape. Music provided by White Sand. Check out his Patreon at patreon.com/whitesand. Mapping software provided by Campaign Cartographer 3 Plus, Incarnate, and World Spinner with adaptations in Adobe Photoshop. Character graphics provided by Hero Forge. Gaming software provided by Fantasy Grounds, Hero Lab, and World Anvil. Check out our campaign at www.worldanvil.com/w/Toy Soldier Saga. Distributed under a Creative Commons license, the Toy Soldier Saga is copyright 1995 by Diane Morrison, all rights reserved. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, today, or this morning. I guess I should type in the raid here. We're raiding Coffee Quills. When you get there, please shout "Prepare to be boarded," because we are the Sable's privateers. Have a great time zone, everyone, and we will see you on Tuesday, or we will see you next week. Bye.
See y'all.
See ya.
Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just taking a screenshot of stuff from my spells and stuff, and I'll just put them in my character with that as a screenshot, as an image.
Yeah, whatever you want to do is perfectly fine, as long as they're somewhere that they're available. That's all I care about.
Did the raid go